The original SoundCloud era is over, and I think we all know it, but some rappers, it looks like, just don't get it yet, especially the ones who were in that era, because once you get to such a height of clout or notoriety or fame, it's really hard to come to the realization that maybe you're just not relevant anymore. And this is not a hate video. I just think it's more so of a reality check for an artist that we're speaking of today, Lil Skies, wherein he performed at the Rolling Loud Festival. Not sure where it was, actually Rolling Loud Toronto. And he was getting pissed and yelling at the fans in the crowd for not getting hype for his music while he was performing.
Pay all this fucking money to just come here and stand like this. Y'all look weird as shit. Turn the fuck up. You are not too cool to jump. Turn the fuck up. Fuck all that weak shit, nigga.
Cash money, AB. And if you remember, that producer tag is probably one of his songs back in the day, like Nowadays or something. And I'm not gonna lie, Lil Skies did go off for a little bit. I mean, he was one of my favorite rappers and probably yours in, again, the original SoundCloud era around 2017, especially when he had a couple videos with Cole Bennett or Lyrical Lemonade. And don't get me wrong, he's not the first rapper to come to Rolling Loud, pause, and perform and the crowd is just completely dead. I mean, there's been memes of, say, like Coi Leray performing, shaking her ass, doing everything possible. Meanwhile, the crowd is just sitting there like, who is she? And what exacerbates the issue is that now it is 2022. So again, Lil Skies' prime was really 2017, 2018. Maybe you can push it to 2019, but really that was the fall off or just the decline, or the start of it for a lot of these first gen SoundCloud rappers. And so can he really justifiably get mad at people who may just not know his music like they once did? Because we're in a whole new generation now. We got Gen Zers who already got credit cards and iPhones. Meanwhile, back in 2017, there were people like me who are still in college who knew all the words to his songs. But now most of us have probably forgotten about him. Not totally, but he doesn't necessarily come up into the equation or a conversation when you're talking about rappers anymore. Because we have a whole new class of Ken Carson, Yeet, Destroy Lonely, Sofago, etc, etc. And so in conclusion, again, not trying to shit on Lil Skies because I do think he's talented. He just kind of took too large of a break and made himself fall off, which is the result of a lot of these rappers nowadays. They simply just don't release music in the digital era and the attention economy where you have to be in front of the fans pretty consistently, not necessarily every single day, but you have to drop music on some platform or give some sort of content to remain relevant, because not everybody is Playboi Carti or Kanye. Don't try to be the exception to the rule. That's why you see the Yeats, the Young Boys, the Jaces, all the people who are consistently dropping even on a weekly basis. So there may not be as much hype, yet their subscribers, monthly listeners, streams consistently go up, and they build much larger of a fan base because they create this feedback loop that gives them data more often, wherein if the fans aren't messing with a certain song, 2 weeks later they can drop another one and test which music the fans want and keep pushing forward and refining until something pops off. Because remember, all a rapper really needs to remain relevant is just one song. And if you're dropping 100 songs, at least one of them is bound to do at least somewhat well. But if you're dropping once a year and it misses, you're fucked. So I think this is just a harsh realization for Lil Skies, among other rappers. Some of them stood the test of time, but a lot of them, as we've seen with their album releases and their first week sales, they definitely fell off at least a tad. But as always, that's not for me to decide. Y'all let me know in the comments what you think about this. Was Lil Skies justified in reacting like this, or should he have just expected the fans to not really know his songs anymore because it's a whole new set of kids in the crowd? It has been your boy Bobbalam signing off. Make sure to like and subscribe to join the Bob Gang if you with it. Peace out, God people. You know what I'm saying?